Hello anyone and everyone, I am Echo, and today we're exploring RealMyst Masterpiece Edition. In the last episode we completed the Stone Ship Age and got a little bit more information about the two brothers, Cirrus and Ekanar, and things aren't looking very good for either of them, but oh well, we're not done yet. We'll make our decision before the end. Right up there we can actually see the tower, the rotating tower that you can look out and see, the ship and the big tree and the lighthouse over there, and then the spaceship, and that gives you all the clues. I just wanted to point that out because I didn't actually get a good look at it in any previous episode. It's nice that you can actually see the outside of it. I never actually bothered to really look up there and see it yet, but we are going to the Channelwood Age next, as that is the next in general difficulty, and that means we are going to be reading this book. I'm not sure how much time it's going to take up, but we're going to read it from beginning to end and write down any clues it might give us. So, I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water that I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village, level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared to be even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be the leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold his head to look up at me. But what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I was looking forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning, and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time, then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed, when the Fire Nation attacked. Joking. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep, and then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. Then they kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path, high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree dwellers lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I may learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I've decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoyan Age. I guess Osmoyan, yeah, or maybe that's an L. I mean, it looks like an I because the thing is separated, but that might be like that might be that the letters are faded. So I'm gonna assume it's an I for now. To check on Osmoyan Age. Cirrus has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Shoktik. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Achenar here. See Everdune's journal for more information. After watching Cirrus and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. And for a little longer time. Wait, did I accidentally skip one? No, okay. That's kind of weird. The text changes from blue to black in the same sentence. Anyway, the tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Cirrus and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days, and I have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Achenar about Pran's death today, and they are visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and I am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking throughout some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colors. I've shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. That's really cool. I don't think the Channelwood Age journal is the only one that has these multiple colors to it. I'm pretty sure the mechanical and, well, I'll take a look after I finish this. But I'm pretty sure one of the earlier journals that we read also had a few different colors in it. So that's kind of funny. Or not really funny. I mean, it was funny to them, clearly. They thought it was hilarious that they tricked him into writing into different colors in his journal. But anyway, it's just really interesting. Anyway, we will be returning tomorrow, as my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Sorry. Though I will have to think over their request. I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Future bridge. There's a little map of the age overall. That's a diagram of one of the huts and a windmill, by the looks of it. Oh, and that's it. Okay. So yeah, we can look over the other ages real quick and see if it has other colors. This one does, but it's not a vastly different color, and it's mostly in black. It does have a little bit of blue, but, I mean, he could have... That could just be like a blue-colored pen. And this one, is that the, No, that's the Selenetic Age. I don't want to... I don't want spoilers. Mechanical Age, there you go. This one is... Oh, that one's all in black. Okay. What's it? Is this a... Oh. Oh, that's for rhyme. Okay, never mind. Alright, so this one... I guess I was just thinking of this, but, he does say in this passage that this, one started up 10 years after his first visit. So maybe this actually was, after... first visiting the Channelwood Age. Like, perhaps he found the Stone Ship Age, and then later found the Channelwood Age in between the 10 years between those two passages. And maybe he actually was writing with one of their colored inks. That's cool. It's a cool little detail. Assuming it's even true. I don't know. I would like to know who Pran is, though. I don't think we're going to get very much information within this game about Pran and the Chuktik and all the others, because most of those journals have been destroyed. I'm sure the other games probably fill in plenty of that information, but even so, it's kind of a bummer that we can't really learn much about them in this. But, oh well. Alright, so this would be how we access the Channelwood Age. There's a little diagram showing the tree, I guess. There's a thingy, looks like a code for it. And that, and a generator with, for, like, steam pressure by the looks of it. Anyway, back way in, like, the second episode, we got all the clues for these things. Where is it? Gears, blah, blah, tree. Okay, 724. That was the only clue we got for the Channelwood Age. So, I'm going to assume that goes into here. Seems very likely. Whoops, went past it. Awesome, there you go. And what is that? Myst matches? Huh. Okay. Huh. That's, okay. That's interesting. Do we just turn this all the way up first? Or all the way left? No? Okay. I think it was to the left by default, so... Huh. Well, that's weird. I mean, thanks for the matches, guys. I appreciate that, but, not sure what I'm supposed to do with them. I mean, obviously, guessing we have to use the matches. Do I still even have the matches? Or nope, by the looks of it, I seem to have dropped the matches out of my hand. That's great. Did I get any other clue to that at all? Hold up, sorry, reading over my own little notes here. Just 724, that was the only clue I got. Can't seem to actually press that at all. Let's go all the way to the left. Yep. Try pressing the button. Click on any of this. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's actually just the default cursor. So we can't even necessarily press that. Alright. Turn all the way to the right then. Is it doing anything? Okay, this is getting, like, frustrating now. Isn't this supposed to move? Or is there something else I'm completely missing? Nothing else in the room. Let's check out behind the building. Maybe there's, like, maybe there's something to get the thing moving. Up here or something. Crap. Getting stuck on the environment. That's great. No, just, the grave of Tiana. Nothing over here. Oh boy. This is fantastic. The matches couldn't possibly be expected to use the... Well, no, we drop the matches when we leave, so we can't use the matches anywhere out here. What about around the corner here? No, nothing over here. Huh. This is weird. I don't remember this at all. Oh. Let me just take a look at that. I mean, it clearly has a button there. We should be able to press the button. But no matter how close I get to this thing, it's not... It's not letting me, like, interact with that at all. So if I am supposed to press the button, then what the heck am I supposed to do with it? Maybe, let me get another match. Am I supposed to light this on fire? I mean, it's just a thought. Maybe I'm supposed to burn that away and it reveals something behind it. Supposed to use the match on this? No? Okay, I'm putting the match everywhere. Oh my god. Okay, I'm a bit of an idiot. Let me demonstrate that again. Drop the match by going outside. Close the door. Annoying thing. So we actually have to light the match by what? Oh, okay, the match burned out. Let me get another one then. There you go. You actually have to light the match by swiping it across the side of the matchbook. And I guess now we can do this. There you go. That's not a button at all. That's a ignition thingy. Alright, make sure this is all the way to the right. I think that's... So that's now going up and down like a little elevator constantly. Alright. I guess we figured it out. Is it going to come back down? Okay. Maybe, maybe not. Let's, it actually... Alright, I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. Maybe we actually have to go down instead of up. Yeah, get in there. Alright, yeah, I think that's actually where we're supposed to go. Yeah, put it all the way up so that we have enough time to get outside. Then we go down and make our way up with the use of that button by the looks of it. Alright, Channelwood Age, here we come. Nice little loading screen to pass the time, right? Okay, Channelwood Age. It's covered in trees and water. Oh yeah. And pipes. Okay, well... okay, I don't know how much I'm going to cut out of that. So, in the interest of making sure that this episode actually has some stuff happening in it, I'm going to take a look around and we're going to basically kind of explore the area for a couple minutes. Oh, there's a destroyed thing over there. Then there's this, which seems to be a water pump. I think it's safe to assume that we want to switch that. Yeah? Probably. This area is pretty big, actually. That's nice. I like that. I like big areas with the puzzles and stuff. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, it's just a pipe going down into the water. So we've got... The switch didn't actually seem to do anything. Because I do vaguely remember this puzzle. We're supposed to get water pumping through these. Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to get water pumping through these pipes. I think that's to power the elevators or something. But I can't quite remember. And I don't know why that switch didn't seem to do anything. Oh, well, let's go see what's over here. Because this seems to be a windmill that seems to be pumping more water in, or having water pumped to it. I think having water pumped to it is probably more accurate. What's in here, then? Okay, so that's... Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what's out here. So yeah, that's actually... That's drawing water up through the use of the windmill. I don't know what that did, but... Okay, we can clearly... We can hear the water going through the pipes. So we turned that little spigot, and that's letting the water through to go into these pipes. So the water is actually coming from here and going this way. And I think we actually have to use the noise of the water flowing through the pipes to tell where it's going. So, like... Yeah, it's not going this way. Alright. And that is an elevator, just like I thought before. So if we turn that switch right here, currently it's like, you can see it's blocking off that section. So if we turn it this way, though, and that should direct the water over here. And we can hear it quite clearly, so that is definitely what it's doing. And is that enough to power up the device? Perhaps. Is this door not going to open? No, doesn't seem like it's opening. Okay, well, anyway, I'll figure out that in the next episode, because that's all the time I have for now. That is just a door, actually. Unless there's an... Oh, wait, no, there's an elevator up there. So maybe I'm not supposed to bother with that section. Maybe I want the water going the other way to activate the other elevator. Alright, we'll try that. But anyway, that's all the time I have for now for this episode. I will see you all in the next one, and if you made it to the end of this, then thank you very much. Congratulations for that. And please consider leaving a comment. I'd very much appreciate it. Until next time, bye-bye.